Hi, we are going to explain the topic of marketing management, that is value selection, value creation, value communication, and value delivery. The first part is value selection, under which we will discuss customer segmentation, market selection, and value positioning. Customer segment. So what's a customer segment? One of the easiest definition is a group of customers with shared needs. It is the practice of dividing a customer base into groups of individuals that are similar in specific ways relevant to marketing, such as age, gender, interests, spending habits, and so on. Using segmentations allows companies to target groups effectively and allocate marketing resources to best effect. Customers within one customer segment have similar characteristics and are driven by similar needs and preferences. Analyzing and understanding your customer segments can give you competitive advantage in your marketplace. For example, the better you know and understand the segment, the more competitive you are in developing customized offerings, products, services, or simply you are able to develop better sales and marketing approach. Customer segmentations allows you to better allocate and optimize your company-wide resources. The purpose of segmentation is to help startups identify their most attractive market segments so they can focus their marketing resources on those customers. The segmentation process involves developing and ranking application scenario to identify the most attractive customer segments in a given market. This can be illustrated using the following flowchart. In step 1, create a complete list of potential niche market target segments by generating user-focused scenarios. In step 2, narrow the search to the most promising target segments by the following questions like: is your economic buyer accessible and well funded? Does your economic buyer have a very compelling reason to buy? Do you offer a viable whole product solution? Will you face a lack of established competition? Is there a positive follow-on potential? And then repeat step 1 and step 2 until you identify a single target segment. In step 3, select the target candidate that offers the greatest potential. The candidate should be attractive on its own merits and provide the best follow-on market potential based on developing a product strategy and customer references. Each candidate represents a potential market segment. In step 4, validate current thinking and assumptions using market research. You may choose to product research prior to market planning or at the same time your product goes to market. Testing your strategy enables you to test the assumptions you made before launching a new market development initiative. Market selection is the choice of an organization what segment they are targeting. Every organization has a finite set of abilities and resources and thus can only serve a certain group of customers and only fill a limited set of needs. It is impossible to succeed in being all things to all people. As every organization cannot fill all the requirements of customer, the organization have to select a particular market. While selecting market, organization should always consider two factors. One is attractiveness of the segment and the other is suitability of market segment to the organization. In attractiveness of the segment, the organization should look for 1. The size of market, the number of customer or the number of units they are targeting. Second, growth rate of the segment, whether the targeted segment is growing or not. Third, the competition in the market. Fourth, organization should always consider sales potential in the market, how much demand is there for the product in the market. And the last and most important thing is the profit margin in the market. How much profit margin the firm is going to get by selecting the particular market. There should be suitability between market segment and firm. While selecting market, organization should concentrate whether they can offer superior value to the segment. If the firm succeeds in satisfying customer needs, then there will be impact of serving the segment on the firm's image.
Value position. Value position refers to the value the brand promises to the customer. Customers think of value in terms of price and what they get for their money. So we can say value positioning is all about setting the selling price for the branded product. The value position for any product can be categorized into 4 broad categories. First, premium product position. Second is value for money position. Third, discount pricing position. And last, less for more money position. Now comes premium product position. Companies that make upscale product or top of the line products use premium position. These products are priced much higher than the competition. These products are definitely superior than their competition. They can command a premium price. Also, customers associate a superior product with a higher price. They don't mind paying a higher price. For example, we can say banks, airlines, stockbrokers, accounting agencies create a gold class, a premium service category for high value customers. Second point is value for money position. This is the most common position category. Most firms position their products to offer great value for their customers. Companies can choose either same for less price or more for the same price, pricing strategy. More for the same price is often used at high-end products which have superior product attributes but is priced on par with competition. For example, we can say Lexus positions its cars at the same price point as a Mercedes but offers a lot more features. The second example is Samsung positions its TVs to be same as a Sony but at a lower price. Third point is discount pricing position. It refers to offering a same product at a lower price. We can take example of Chroma. Chroma sells the same TVs at a price lower than the normal retail shop. The second example we can take is online retailer of cameras sell the same camera at a price much lower than the other shop.